Marcus here, international speaker, business author, Forbes Business Council contributor, and fellow restaurateur. I'm going to answer a question today from a forum. Today's question is a big one. This is a real big one. I've seen this a lot of times. And if you have a business partner, you're definitely going to want to listen to this. If you don't have a business partner, the advice I'm going to drop here is going to be super valuable information, which is how you should be able to run your business. So let's jump into this comment here. This was on one of the forums, restaurant forums. What is the worst time for a business owner / partner to go on vacation? What is the worst time for a business owner partner to go on vacation? So a lot of restaurateurs are married to their business. They're stuck to their business. They're permanently chained to a stove. The restaurant couldn't run without them. When I tell people that I go on vacation to Italy for 2 weeks or Spain for 2 weeks or just a weekend away in the middle of the summer, they're like, did you close your restaurant? Even non-restaurateurs go, well, did you close your restaurant? I'm like, no, I didn't close my restaurant. My restaurant has to stay open so they can make money. So while I'm away, I'm making money. That's the name of the game, right? So, and this is a new concept for a lot of restaurateurs. I can remember even years ago when I first started doing this, I would speak to restaurateurs. I don't trust my staff. I can't take off. You're so lucky. I've heard I'm so lucky so many times when I tell people that I take vacations from other restaurant owners. You're lucky. You're lucky. You must have a good staff. I'm like, we all have the same staff. It's how we cultivate our staff and how we nurture our staff and how we coach our staff and how they respect us back. So to answer this question, okay, first of all, I think I read this somewhere, and this is on one of my websites. 96% of business owners, restaurant owners specifically, want more time or more money. That's what they're after, more time or more money. They open a restaurant and they start working these massive hours and they get burnt out, and they just wish they had more money or more time, preferably both. So here's the deal. You need to run your business where it runs itself. Now, I'm not saying don't work your business, because I work my business a tremendous amount. I'm getting ready to put on a chef coat and jump in the kitchen and train 2 new people tonight. And I'm prepared to jump in on any part of my restaurant, and I'm here all the time because I love what I do. But to open the doors does not rely upon me being here every day. Does not rely upon me, cooking behind the stove. I make it so I set up. Now, there's certain times where I have to be here because we're short-staffed and I have to actually occupy a position. But most times I'm scheduling myself where I don't have to occupy a position. My wife loves to bartend, so she's always behind the bar because she loves making drinks and she loves socializing with people. And I love socializing with people, so usually I'm out on the floor talking about wine, talking about food, answering questions, doing things like that. But in reality, I really don't need to be in the restaurant for the restaurant to open and rock and roll. So this question this person asked, when is there a good time or for a partner or business owner to take a vacation? I've taken vacations over Thanksgiving. Super busy. Took my family to Italy one year. Middle of the summer, I've taken off. Here's what you have to do this. If you want to be able to take off and not feel guilty about it and not and not make your business partner feel guilty about it, you need to have systems set up. You need to systematize the process of your restaurant. You need to systematize what's going on in the restaurant. And I talk about that in my book, 50 Mistakes That Business Owners Make. And that book is right here, 50 Mistakes That Business Owners Make. I see Lavinia just logged on. Lavinia, if you can drop the link for this book, because you can get this book for free, just cover the shipping and we'll get it shipped out to you right away. 50 Mistakes That Business Owners Make. This is really 30 years of me being in the restaurant industry, and it's laid out very simply so you can understand it and start reading step by step there and making changes. So if Lavinia, if you can drop the link, that would be fantastic. So how do you get to this point? Besides reading my book, you hire staff, you trust the staff, you empower the staff, you coach the staff, and you follow up on the staff. And, I'm quite shocked that I talk to a lot of restaurant staff especially when I go out, because I'm always curious about policies, procedures, trainings, things like that. And you start asking questions like, well, what if I didn't like my dinner tonight? Even though I did like my dinner. So just for instance, what happened if I don't like my dinner tonight? What's the process, for you to like comp something? And they're like, oh my gosh, well, we really don't do that, or I have to go to a manager and they give me a hard time and this and that, and the chef gives me a hard time. If any of you have ever been at my restaurant and you've actually complained about something, we have a policy with all of our staff to have $50 to make any guest happy that's in the restaurant. They need no manager. They need no manager authority for that. Their job is as a server to make the guest happy, up to $50, and just do it, get it done. And my staff does do that, and when it happens. So you have to trust your staff and empower your staff and have a system that they can easily follow, so any owner or manager or partner can take a vacation at any time of the year. Now, granted, if you're brand new, you might not have these systems set up. So if you're brand new and you're taking vacation, and your partner, you might want to question yourself or question your partner, but the goal is to set systems up. The guy who founded Applegate Farms, I forgot what his name was, but I read a story in a book. It was very fascinating because he set that company up, and within 6 months, he sold this to Hormel. I don't know how many millions of dollars they were doing in sales, but they quickly went to like a 30, 40, $50 million company, Applegate, the natural organic bacon and sausage manufacturer out of New Jersey. Within 6 months, that owner was running literally a multi-million dollar business, and he was working 1 day a week because he empowered all of his staff. He set up systems, and he taught them from day one, this is how you do it, okay? And I want you to do it. And I know a lot of restaurant owners where they don't allow staff to do something. And I'm like that sometimes too, because I know I can do it better, or I think I know more of this or that, and I just find myself jumping in, and I have to step back and say, okay, let my staff handle it. In fact, we have a rule at the restaurant here. Don't come to me for something you can actually handle. If there's something that's like the toilet's clogged, don't come to me, go to the dishwasher, go to somebody else who can actually unclog the toilet. So if I'm not there, if I'm in Italy, you're not going to call me while I'm on vacation with my family and say the toilet's clogged, right? But the staff just gets used to going to you for simple things like that. When the plunger's sitting there and somebody on staff or 10 people on staff know how to unclog the toilet. So you need to really set up to where you're there, but you're kind of not there. And I've had my staff to certain points where I'll walk in on a Thursday night or Friday and say, hey, I'm leaving for the weekend, without giving them really any notice. And when you get your staff to a point like that where you don't have to give them notice that you're leaving because they're on their game and they have everything covered, then that's the ideal situation. So for this person who says, when is the best time? There's no, the best time is when you can go enjoy your vacation with your family. Don't take some odd vacation in the middle of, in the winter when your kids aren't off. The best time to take a vacation is when you can enjoy your family and enjoy time. Because as hard as we work in this business, it's all about balancing. It's all about balancing. Now, for me, I absolutely love this business. I'm very passionate about this business, and I'm here all the time. But for me, this is what I enjoy doing, and I love it. But I do I do get out of here when I have to, and I take care of things. And for the people that say, "Oh, Marcus, you're going to Spain for 2 weeks, you're going to Italy for 2 weeks, your restaurant's closed." No, the restaurant's not closed. The restaurant's open. So that's my advice to any of you who have business partners or even have a business. Systematize, coach, keep working with your staff, give your staff feedback, constructive criticism, and get them to empower them. Empower. And your staff will really appreciate it, because let's face it, your staff, especially in the restaurant industry, there's not many places that actually empower the staff like that. And when they come to your place to work and you empower them, they're kind of not used to that sometimes. They're like, whoa, I'm not kind of used to that. My place I used to work, I used to have to do this, this, and this. So, but your restaurant's going to be different now. You're going to be that person who's going to empower and trust and coach and lead your staff, or your staff can lead you, where you can take vacations like that. Hey, Marcus Guiliano here. So if you like the content that I'm providing in this video, you can get my book, 50 Mistakes That Business Owners Make, for free. Follow the link below in the description of the video, and there's a link to get this book for free. I will ship it to you. You just pay the shipping. I've got the books already here. They're already paid for. 50 Mistakes That Business Owners Make. 15 years plus of me documenting my mistakes and how I corrected them and how I mastermind with some of these mistakes and how I learn from others and what I teach my coaching clients. And again, this book is totally free, so take advantage of it while supplies last.